Welcome to Non-Stop Yuva, where we are running with this Kabaddi non-stop entertainment. Match number 56, and we have the Nilgiri Knights versus the Aravalli Arrows. As we promised you, we are coming in with 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. matches, and that is coming to you live and exclusive on Fan Court from the Chamundi Vihar Indoor Stadium here in Mysuru. I'm Navin Shaurya, alongside with me, of course, will be Ryan, but let's go to Harshit first to bring on Nilgiri Knights and Aravalli Arrows on the mat.
जी समय है अब तीसरे पड़ाव का हैशटैग नॉन स्टॉप युवा। अब ऐसी टीम्स यहां आप सभी को भिड़ते हुए नजर आएंगी जिन पे है दावेदारी जीत जीत और जीत की। सबसे पहले आ रहे हैं नाइट। चलिए थोड़ी देर पहले इस टीम के खिलाड़ी हमारे साथ गुफ्तगू करते नजर आ रहे थे, पर अब समय है सीरियस बैटल का। लेट्स इनवाइट द राजस्थानी अरावली एरोज।
Thank you so much, Harshit. And don't forget what you have challenged and gone back after the previous match that was getting over in the favor of Palani Tuskers. You said Aravalli Arrows will win this. I am watching in for the Nilgiri Knights. Let's see. It's not a very right thing to speak about that at the beginning of the match, but nevertheless, the best team will win is what we want to put it across as. And Harshit is stop being politically right. That's what I love about him in this, especially in this summer edition of the 2023. As we have another very strong team, Nilgiri Knights. They really want to go up on that points table and beat the Palani Tuskers, because right now Palani Tuskers have snatched away that first point from them, as Velavan Muruganandan and Santosh Srinivasan will be in the corners. Sundar Vishwakandan and Surya Selvam will be raiding in with Marumuthu Selvam, where he's got the captaincy today, and the Manigandan factor in the covers. Sunilmani and Nesamani, both Manigandans in the covers, as Balaganapati Manigandan, he will be in the substitution lines. Kesavan Raja, K. Harish misses out, right? He's not playing. I think he's got an injury. And Elimalai Murthy will be there in the substitution lines. And Ajayananda Krishna will also be there alongside with Karnan, the coach. And along with me is Ryan this evening. Good evening, Ryan. I think Ryan will join us very soon, as Aravalli Arrows is in front of us. Right, as Rajendra Bhakkar and Ankit Jat in the corners, and Jaswant Yadav and Brijpal Singh will be raiding in with Navpreet Singh. That's what I look like, because Prem Badu, the captain, with Dev Gurjar in the covers, will be, of course, being very, very clear as a defender as well. He's not going to raid today is what I'm expecting, as Kanaram Bana and Praveen Kumar will be in the substitution lines with Rajesh Gurjar, the coach. Gagan Glorious Gowda, watch that, as Durgesh Kumar had snatched away that first place today against that Chola Veeraj side, where he got that Super 10. 11 matches, 112. Wonderful for the glorious Raider. And Jay Surya Nagarajan comes in with his Super 10 in this previous match. The Palani Tuskers' premium Raider is coming in, 9 matches, 79 for him as well. So the top 3 defenders, I'm very interested to see this. Where are the cover defenders now? Ankit Jat and Lokesh Gosalia actually maintaining that top 2 as the corner defenders. But then Prem Badu is that one cover defender right there. So good that the Aravalli Arrows have got 2 defenders in their lineup in the top 3 defenders list, as Ankit Jat and Prem Badu will be managing that top 3 names as well. As a coin was flipped over from Akshay Desai. We'll have to see who gets that. It's the Nilgiri Knights. Right. Interesting. Very interesting. Marimuthu Selvam was watching at his coach or the bench probably. He got that toss, and the first raid will happen from the Aravalli Arrows. And Ryan, I think, is now joining us. Good evening, Ryan.
Good evening, Naveen, and yes, I get to introduce Marimuthu Selvam, who's the player to watch out for. in this match for the Nilgiri Knights. 12 matches, 58 rate points coming across those 12 games, and that impressive strike rate of 53.7. He, along with his other two raiders, will be very good to watch out for in this game.
But extra responsibility for Marimuthu Selvam as a captain also today. But Sundar Vishwakannan and Surya will of course help them out. But this lad, Brijpal Singh, is very quick, he's very speedy, he's very pacey as well as that left raider. But he will have to watch out for the Nesamani and the Sudalamani cover combination, because when they start to go, they will not stop. That has been their biggest asset for the Manigandan cover combination. But for the Nilgiri Knights, just 2 losses. And that's the reason they are at the top second of the points table of the Summer Edition 2023 here at the Yuva Kabaddi series. Ryan, Harshit has picked Aravalli Arrows. Do you want to pick a side?
I'm going to go with the Nilgiri Knights. No, I'm going to go with the Nilgiri Knights because they've been the team that's shown consistency. I've seen the Aravalli Arrows also put out good kabaddi, but they've made a few wrong decisions. Whereas I look at this man, this coach, he's a man with a plan, and I'm going to follow Mr. Karnan, the man with a plan.
Man with a plan, yeah. He's a man on fire. He's a, there's a song in Master movie, where Vijay's collar tune that became very, very famous is a man on a mission. That's what the song is always as. It's an English song, basically. It's an English rap song. So yeah, Ryan, you've been listening to some Tamil songs in English maybe? As Aravalli Arrows have got that one tie. 6 losses, 6 victories. And that is why they are actually reeling to try and go up in that points table. And Aravalli Arrows will have a tough fight against a man with a plan, a man on a mission, is Mr. Karnan and his team, the Nilgiri Knights. So, as we have set up this wonderful stage at hashtag nonstop Yuva, and of course Rajesh Gurjar. Why is he so worried? Why is he thinking so much, so deeply? The manager, can he allow him to think? And even that grin on that forehead that becomes even more with the wrinkles getting around so closely. Ryan, I think, is deeply thinking of how can he go ahead and await this challenge that's coming in from Nilgiri Knights. Right, so we are all set for going in with that jib angle, and we are all set for that to zoom out, and we will go for the countdown, as the overly worked director of the PCR, Mr. Deva, will get to the countdown as well. Yeah, the toss was won by the Nilgiri Knights, and Marimuthu Selvam, I think he is captaining for the first time. He did not know that he had actually won the toss. So the first raid will happen from the Aravalli Arrows, as I think Brijpal Singh is ready to run in from that left flank. Karnan, yeah, he met up with me in that lunch table today. He said, see, we have been thinking and wondering who is that man or that voice or the guy who always keeps translating our secrets from Tamil to English. Who is that man? That's what he was asking me in that lunch, and then said, yeah, this is me. I am that guy who actually went ahead and told all that secrets from Tamil to English as well. Right? I think this is a nice way of getting into the coach's book. Whether good or bad, I don't know. I've got into his book.
Yeah, that's a nice thing to do. I've often noticed that in the city of Bangalore, be it any sport, for example, here in Bangalore, a lot of them speak English, and all of a sudden you'd find that combination of 2 to 3 players from Tamil Nadu or from Kerala speaking in their regional language, and they often communicate like that. And at the same time, the opposition will have a player who can actually understand that language, and he would call out those strategies. So that's often a fun thing in the game of sport.
Yeah, absolutely. But tell me something. In which part of the map is not there now, Ryan? Bangalore is long gone. It's not Bangalore anymore. What is it called, Ryan?
Yeah.
As a toe touch from Surya Selvam, he's claiming it on that right cover. And I don't really appreciate what Dev Gurjar was showing the hands for. That's a lovely toe touch. They've agreed to it. Ryan, there's nothing called Bangalore anymore.
Please come.
Yes, it's Bengaluru. Apologies.
Yeah, there we go,
and we have a review.
Oh, they're claiming there's no touch, maybe.
Please review.
Right, Akshay Desai says no review, rather no touch point on the right cover. Ryan, I just thought that there was a strong toe touch. Oh, that is a toe touch. And you know what? It is not the raider who's done the toe touch. It's the defender who's got a toe touch on the raider. Either of which, the point will go to the raider as well. See, look at where Dev Gurjar's legs are. It looks like as if Dev Gurjar has gone ahead and done a toe touch on the raider.
And with what basis was the defender saying that there's no point there? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
Yeah, that's correct. I agree to that. You know, because it was not a touch point by the raider. I completely agree with Dev Gurjar. But Dev Gurjar has gone ahead and done a toe touch. That who's going to see? That is actually the responsibility of Rambir Singh, the TV umpire. But yeah, it's a very, very gutsy review nevertheless. And one review per match. They shouldn't have gone in. Unsuccessful! And Harshit Sharma is now crying with a big towel in his hands. He's supporting the Aravalli Arrows today. He's rooting for them to win. And Harshit, I'm sorry, my friend. No review for your team now.
Yeah, there we go. They lost the review early on. The question is, will they lose the game? As the prediction, we can see two of us here supporting Nilgiri Knights in the com box, and Harshit there rooting for the Aravalli Arrows, as Brajpal is one man who can possibly make Harshit's prediction come true, because he's often taken the onus on himself and performed for the team
Bonus
whenever they
point,
needed him
Aravalli
the
Arrows.
most.
Right.
Yeah, and he starts off also well. Bonus point. That's good. You know what? I'm not able to find Harshit at all in the entire arena. He's in the Chamundi Vihar Indoor Stadium. He is not around. Because, you know why? Just a few kilometers from the Chamundi Vihar Indoor Stadium, we have the Chamundi Hills, where he's gone to probably pray. As there's another kick on Rajendra Bakar by Marimuthu Selvam.
Shape, 1 point. Nilgiri Knights. Jersey number 2 out.
As the Nilgiri Knights get one more point. As all of our viewers, you just heard Naveen right now. Harshit is missing.
Right.
So please do go on to our Instagram page and start using the hashtag Where is Harshit? Where is Harshit? And that will get us some traction as Jaswant Yadav steps in for the next race.
A huge shout out here for Ryan, and I'm going to put the shout out to Aparna. Of course, she handles our digital platform very, very nicely. Very, chirpy, very nice, very friendly, warm girl, Aparna. Of course, go for it, Aparna. You can hire Ryan to be your, partner in sharing a lot of things on the digital platform. I never got even a sniff of what we're trying to say. You're trying to promote some digital marketing, Ryan. That's nice.
I mean, it's often the fun aspect, and today's young generation responds to that. As Sundara Vishwakannan is got in a running and touch
1 point.
successfully, and that's a
Nilgiri
third
Knights.
point for the
Jersey
Nilgiri
number 77
Knights.
out.
Very good work. Running and touch on Prem Bhadu. Prem Bhadu, he was very good against the Kaziranga Rhinos in that left corner. Not against the Nilgiri Knights. He is a cover defender. He has to understand left cover is his real strength. And he has to probably go back to that. Yeah, because there was no Rajendra Bakar, Prem Bhadu was standing. But now Brijpal Singh, has he got few points? Few more, no, hands, legs, everything taken care of. Dangling hands, dangling legs. And I think the Raider...
17.
All right,
Yes.
Jay Kumar wants to have a conversation
9,
with
9.
his
You touch. Come,
fellow
come.
referees. Brijpal saying he's crossed the midline very easily. And you know what, Ryan?
You come,
This
come.
is the importance of reviews. This is the major importance of review. If this not is in the favor of the Aravalli Arrows, they'll be kicking themselves for taking that review unnecessarily. Let's look at the replay.
Yes, and we can.
Yeah. And let's go for it as the conversation is still on.
Rider shape, 1 point. Aravalli Arrows. Jersey number 17 out.
Okay, Raider save 1 point. That means Brijpal has gone ahead and touched the midline. Where is the touch? Oh, right, that's an anti-cross.
Oh.
That's an anti-cross. That's happened. Very, very good decision. Wonderful. Hats off to the on-mat referees, Jay Kumar and everybody getting along together. We never ever would have even seen that in the first action. Marimuthu Selvam, he went ahead and anti-crossed. Right?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting to see it. We're getting to see it all in this match. Dev Gurjar earlier on, the defender doing the toe touch, and now we see a defender crossing the line. So yes, we do have an interesting game up ahead. That's what we can reckon from the proceedings so far. As Brajpal comes in, he got the bonus point earlier. Question is, will he get a touch point here and inflict pressure on the Nilgiri Knights? The bonus is on for him, and he will not get the bonus, nor will he get a point, because the point will be given to the Nilgiri Knights.
Nilgiri Knights.
Okay, and what was he complaining about? What was he complaining about?
Jersey number 12.
There. Okay, just number 12. He will get the green card.
Jersey number 12.
He,
Foul play. Green card.
my God. Velavan Muruganandan.
Right.
Of course, might be unintentional, might be not what he really wanted to go for it. The tackle was gone, and of course, there was a footing, there was a step that was being missed by Brijpal Singh. Ryan, did you notice? He was trying to go for the dubki, there was no chain, and then he was caught in no man's land, and then he was starting to complain of something.
Oh yes, rightly pointed out. It was that one moment where he had a plan, but the moment he realized he could not execute that properly, he completely just gave it off. And I think he was a bit frustrated with the way the defender there used his arm to stop him there, even after he knew that he was not going to get back. However, it happens in sport, and Jaswant Yadav here coming in. 4-2 is the score. 9 minutes is what's remaining, and the Nilgiri Knights here will look to take a big difference as we have a do-or-die raid.
This is not what the captain actually would have loved. The dash comes in. Was it a strong one? Yes, it was a strong one, says Jaikumar, the referee. Ankit Jat right away goes towards the midriff and dashes him off. Ryan, this is what I always keep saying. When the corner or the cover defender, when they go for the dash, attack the midriff. Look at that. Exactly on the waist. And that imbalances the raider completely.
Yep, when you go for a dash, it's very important to ensure that the contact is made at the right position. The contact needs to be made rightly on a thigh hold, just like that. Very nicely executed. And one more point for the Nilgiri Knights, coming in the form of defense here, Naveen.
Santosh Srinivasan, take a bow. Look at the way he actually foxed Jaswant Yadav. He was trying to show Jaswant that he is going back, but then suddenly he paused. And then the double thigh hold was so successful. Ryan, every time, even a raider or a defender, if they pause for that small split second, look at the wonders, look at that difference that it can bring on to. I think he's pushed him off. He's just pushed him off. Surya Selvam, Ankit Jat says there was a hand touch.
Shape. 1 point.
And Ankit Jat did not want to go back. He's sending off Dev Gurjar. How was that possible? Can we go back and see that again?
Wait, what?
Right.
Dev Gurjar just knelt on the ground. Honestly, I have no clue what happened there.
No.
Naveen, did you reckon anything?
I did. I'll tell you what. It should have been 2 points because there was a hand touch, and Ankit Jat was being pushed to the lobby, and then when Marimuthu Selvam was returning, Dev Gurjar got his hands on the shoes. If you can go back to that replay, it'd be really interesting to see. Because it should have been 2 points. Now watch this. There, the hand touch and then the touch on the legs as well. If there was no touch, what was he doing in the lobby? What was Ankit Jat doing in the lobby? Wonderful work from Deva and Ram, the combination of director and EVS operators. So if you say Ankit Jat has not got a touch, what was he doing in the lobby? And this is a lovely, lovely ankle hold. Ankit Jat staying inside for the super tackle with a little dicey decision of not going off. Ryan, very simple. In the previous raid, if Ankit Jat was not hand touched, he was stepping into the lobby first before there was a struggle
Green card.
against another defender. So, according to my books, Ankit Jat shouldn't have been there on the mat at all.
Very well pointed out, Naveen, and very well will come in with an empty raid, paving way for the Nilgiri Knights, Sundara Vishwakannan, to come in for the next.
The left raider, he can bring in some change, isn't it? Because it was much needed, because it was too many right raiders going across. And now this is a do-or-die raid. Now preaching all the pressure in the world. And it was very, very interesting to see how the entire defense was very good in the previous raids. But now, can they maintain the same coordination? The C angle looks wonderful. Velavan Murugan, and then did not go for the chain. He was ready for the ankle hold. Now
Bonus
Preet
point.
Singh should have
Aravalli
actually
out.
recognized that one.
Right out.
Wonderful
1 point,
ankle hold.
Nilgiri Knights.
When the corner defender ran, if he is not in a chain, the raider should understand that the ankle hold is coming no time. And look at this. This is picture perfect as Velavan Muruganandan puts it out there.
Wow, he put it out there and he put the raider out there as well, along with that beautifully executed ankle hold. And the super tackle is on for the Aravalli Arrows. They will look to replicate what they did in the previous time. We had a similar instance where they got the better of the raider. The question is, can they get better of Surya Selvam? Surya Selvam here looking to take advantage of the situation. He has 8 seconds. He will go back. No touch point coming in there.
Wow, superb. It is very nice that he came back empty-handed, and he also made sure that he maintained that decorum of keeping everybody on the mat. Right, as Prem Badu goes in for another empty raid.
Time out.
There's a
Nilgiri
timeout.
Knights.
Let's listen to Karnan.
சூர்யா இப்போ ரைட் கார்னரும் ரைட் கார்னர் செகண்ட் மனும் குத்துருக்கு ரெடியாக நிற்கிறாங்க. அவன் அதுக்கு தான் அவன் க்ளோஸ் கொடுத்து செக் வச்சு கூட்டு போகிறேன். கண்டிப்பாக குத்துவேன். அவனை கை வச்சு வரணும். சரியா? நீ சூர்யாவை போட்டான். டிஃபென்ஸ் ரைட் டிஃபென்ஸ் உழம்பு வேணாம். நீ ரைட்டில் ஆடுறான்ல அவன் அடித்தா வெளியில் போக மாட்டேன். அவனை செய்ய விடு. அவனை செய்ய விட்டா தான் அவன் மணிகண்டை அடிக்க முடியும். மணிகண்டை மட்டும் காப்பாற்று. போன சமயம் பார்த்துக்கிடுவேன். என்னடா?
Nice words, very nice words. Karnan, for the first time, speaks about the Raiders first instead of the defense. Because in a do-or-die raid, super tackle situation, he said, Ankit Jat will come to you first. The right corner will attack onto you first. Go attack the right corner, he says. He's also gone inside the lobby. And then he is very confident of this. Yeah, they're not agreeing. Ankit is not agreeing. And no, Karnan, go for the review. If Surya is very confident, they have the review. They're going to go for it. Because it's a super tackle that will be given away. Karnan did not want to go for the review.
Review umpire, Nilgiri Knight challenge, 1 touch point. Our decision, raider out. Please review.
It was a do-or-die raid, Ryan, and I feel there was a jersey touch. Surya Selvam was doubly sure about it. And if the raider has not felt anything, he might not be so sure is what I feel, but has that right hand stretched so much to flutter the jersey? Yeah, this is a better angle. Lovely zoom in angle as well. What do you think, Ryan?
Honestly, it's very close. It's either touched the shoulder part of his jersey, because the raider was claiming that it's touched the jersey, and it's got to be the shoulder part of the jersey. Otherwise, there's no touch point there, according to me.
Might be tough. One of the toughest decisions of the day in this hashtag non-stop Yuva for Rambir Singh, the TV umpire, because this is a do-or-die raid, and that might be another super tackle point that has been given away for the Aravalli Arrows.
Successful.
Unsuccessful. Yeah. 2 points, Akshay Desai, because it was a super tackle. It is 2 points, yes. Prem Badu is right.
Aravalli Arrows.
Yeah, it's a 2-pointer one. Do-or-die raid. This will not go in any defender's book, but it will go as extra 2 points. The jersey flutter. He was so confident. He was so very confident on that occasion, Surya Selvam. And for the first time, Ryan, Aravalli Arrows are in the lead. And I can actually hear Harshit from somewhere.
Yeah, well, the mountains he went to is probably echoing, so you can hear him as Brajpal comes in for the Aravalli Arrows. A 1 point lead for them, courtesy of the 2 points they got. So they've gotten 2 super tackles so far in this match. So the Aravalli Arrows gotten 4 points in the form of super tackles, and Nilgiri Knights are trailing now.
Don't forget Harshit's prayers as well. Courtesy his prayers. He is also praying, and he's been in a very meditative mode. And this is a destructive mode from Sundar Vishwakandan. Running at touch. He's got Rajendra Pakar
1
once
point,
again.
Nilgiri Knights. Jersey number 6 out.
Just wow, that was a very nicely executed raid. Take a look at the defender after this, you know, he just had no response there, and very well done. He went in so deep because you could see the way his hand made contact with the jersey there. It was so comfortably done, and that showed how well he executed it as we have a do-or-die raid, and Prem Badu steps in for the Aravalli Arrows now.
My God, did they even think about this? Did they even actually spent a second thinking about this? Prem Badu, a defender, the captain, coming in for a do-or-die raid. I'm very sure he did not think about it, but still goes ahead. Has he got the point? The defense now actually realizes, oh, hang on, Prem Badu.
Wait.
Please, this is not what we want to see. That's fine.
Wait.
Velavan Muruganandan and everybody getting along together. I know it's a contact sport. The referees are here, the officials are here to go for the correct legal decision. It's a bit of a heated moment. Let's see what just happened. Manigandan went in. And did he cross? It looked like. It looked like he crossed. That's it. I was very clear. Prem Badu has got that point is what I said. And that's a jersey pull from the Raider. That's a jersey pull from the Raider is what we saw. So Prem Badu's got 2 points. No problem there. What is the decision by the officials now getting along together? He's probably very safe. That's for sure. And that is another piece of luck that's actually going into Prem Badu's kitty.
Right shape, 2 points.
Yeah, very good.
Arrows.
That's it.
66, 88
Fine,
out.
Prem Badu. We've got you. That's fine. Enough of, celebrating and asking the other defenders to get out of the mat, send off. Nah, that's fine. That's all fine.
Jersey
It's
number
all
12.
very fair and play. Yellow card for Velavan
Foul play.
Muruganandan.
1 technical point.
My God,
Aravalli
because he
arrow.
already got a green card and now because of an yellow card. Now hang on, where does number 12 Velavan come in? No, let's go with the replay. Let's keep this replay on. No, come on guys.
It's okay, Naveen. We have the game moving on, and I'm sure the replay will be back as the Aravalli Arrows got 2 points over there. At 3 points, in fact, is what the lead have, and Nilgiri Knights have all of a sudden flustered so badly they've not been able to score points. Aravalli Arrows have been scoring points in the form of twos because they got them in form of the super tackle and also in the
Substitution,
previous
Nilgiri
trade
Knights, please come here.
as a substitution takes
Jersey
place
number
for the
2 in.
Nilgiri Knights.
Yeah, absolutely. As Yelumalai
17
comes
out.
in place of Marimuthu. Can we please go back to that replay and see, because
Right.
it was a
Aravalli
yellow
arrow.
card that was given. I did not know where did Velavan actually get involved. Where? Come on, Prem Badu. Come on. What did Velavan do?
What did
Ran.
he just randomly blamed them both.
Exactly. Ryan, if I have a slight bit of a vision problem, you also have seen the same footage, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes,
what did Velavan Muruganandan do?
I mean, he was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, because I think what the referee saw was the raider pointing at him at the end, and right here, Surya Selvam finds nothing but the Aravalli Arrows
Right
defense,
shape.
and
1
it's going to
point,
be one more
Aravalli
tackle
Arrows.
out.
Right route, 1 point Aravalli Arrows.
And still Prem Badu is not happy with something. He's still complaining. Now what is Prem Badu doing? What is he doing? Pressing behind the neck. Who's going to look at that? Guys, we understand that this is a contact sport. I understand this is aggression. I understand you are aggressive. But respect the game. Respect the players. What was Prem Badu doing on that occasion? Pressing him from behind the neck? Was that okay? And he was just faking an aggression towards Velavan Muruganandan. Why? No, that's the
Yeah,
reason.
and
I'll tell you
this is
something.
often-
That's the reason. When you don't respect your players, the other players, you don't respect the game. And the game will not go back and respect you.
Half time, change the code.
That's the half-time that's gone in. As there's a 4-point lead for the Nilgiri Knights. They were really good in the beginning, but then the Aravalli Arrows have come back and nullified that lead, that 4 points, the 3 points, and now they have got the 4-point lead. That is very good. 4 raid points and 4 tackle points. And of course, with that extra points that's going in, there's no all-out points, but that extra points, because they were running in with the do-or-die raid that ran in Surya Selvam into the lobby. That is a major, major setback, Ryan. Let's see what's going to happen as we slip into a short break and come back soon. Welcome back, everybody. As the first half was very much filled with aggression, passion, energy, and of course a little bit of unwantedness on the Kabaddi mat. Yeah, see, every time you just watch whatever happens in this high pointers. The Nilgiri Knights as Raiders, they're claiming those points with the Kabaddi spirit on. And this was another complaint. And then Prem Badu went across. He was complaining. That was a green card that was being given away. And then instead of just going ahead and seeing it very correctly, the yellow card was also given away to Velavan Muruganandan. So nevertheless, everything going in terms of what the plan was accordingly to. So this was another big error for Surya Selvam. You know, do or die raid running into the lobby and giving away 2 extra points on that super tackle situation. Here. This was a jersey pull first. Who's going to talk about Prem Badu's jersey pull? What card should he be given off? And then he's pressing Surya Selvam behind the neck. What color card did Prem Badu should be getting? Yeah, nevertheless, a lot of conversations. As I'm Navin Shauri, alongside with me is Ryan. Ryan, I think now whatever Mr. Kannan has to do is getting a lot of raid points. Because they won the toss, they have the chance to raid first. Wonderful work. Rajendra Bhakar in no position for that frontal block. 2 points. Very, very good raids to begin with.
Oh yes, the ideal way to start the second half. The way he escaped, the way he propelled himself to escape that. Wow. Just wow, very nicely done. You can see the aggression, the defender there clapping his arms, and a couple of points for Nilgiri Knights to reduce that 4-point lead down to 2 as Jaswant Yadav comes in looking for his first point.
And you know what, I'm not actually going ahead and saying the referee's yellow card was wrong, but Velavan Muruganandan absolutely scintillating.
1 point.
You plotted
Nilgiri
against
Knights.
him. You made sure he got the yellow card. Now after his suspension, he's back. And that strong ankle hold. What's the plot now, Ran?
Well, the plot is definitely a Nilgiri Knights comeback. They will go on to score a few points, and Aravalli Arrows will come back and score a few points. The question is, the last 5 minutes of the game, that's where the decision is going to be done. And that's what I feel the plot is of this game, Naveen.
Yeah, now Sundar Vishwakandan, thank you so much to Prem Badu, he says.
1 point.
And
Nilgiri
only
Knights.
aggression has
Jersey number
never ever
77
got
now.
any man on top of the world, my friend. It has to be filled with a lot of respect.
Aravalli
It has to be
Arrows.
filled with a lot of thinking.
Please come.
Hasty tackle from the captain.
Aravalli Arrows coach. During the night coach.
Oh, this
One
is
tackle by
tit for
two.
tat. Jay
Nilgiri
Kumar
Knights.
gives off a yellow card for Rajesh Gurjar. He can't be in the arena. 2 minutes, he has to sit
Substitution, Nilgiri
outside
Knights.
the arena of the Kabaddi mat. He
Jersey
cannot
number
be coming
17
in for any
2 out.
timeouts. He cannot be even telling anything as Elumalai goes off. And they've brought back Marimuthu Selvam. There you go, Rajesh Gurjar sitting outside the arena.
Yes, and Nilgiri Knights have reclaimed the lead. And Navpreet Singh here will come and try to get his second point and also tie the game. Did he cross the midline there? Looks like he's
Right out.
crossed the midline.
1 point.
And no, he's
Nilgiri
not.
Knights.
No.
Raider out.
Yeah, he's not crossed the midline. Because that strong, surprising attack from Surya Selvam. Look at that. Not even sniffing the midline. Forget touching it.
Right.
Wow, that's a strong ankle hold from a Raider. Surya Selvam, shocking and surprising. Now, this is the all-out the Nilgiri Knights actually wanted. The much needed all-out. And the lead is back
Right
now
check.
with the
1 plus 2, 3
boys who
points. Nilgiri
actually
Knights.
been trying to come back in this
All
match
out,
from a very
all
long
out.
time.
Just take a look at this. A total of
All
about
in.
7 or 9 points, if I'm not wrong, has been scored in less than 3 minutes. Nilgiri Knights were down
Right.
by 4 and they've come to become 17. So they've scored 9 points across a matter of less than 3 minutes, Naveen.
And you know what is more shocking than that, Ryan? Aravalli Arrows are stuck on 12. Their first half score was 12. That's it. Not even a single point yet. As Brijpal Singh has come back. And after he's been tackled out, he's not come back at all. He's not been revived at all. He's come in after the all out. And what? We are 4.5 minutes into the second half. And not even a single point being scored by Aravalli Arrows. And look at Nilgiri Knights. They were 8 to close the first half. And this is a marvelous recovery, marvelous comeback. Anti-block and turn wanted to happen. Now they are pressing the neck of the
Right
Raiders.
out. 1
Ankit
point,
Jat,
Aravalli Arrows.
that is fine with them.
And I feel this is the essence of Kabaddi often, you know, the fights arise when these players, like, see, you've gotten the tackle, and after the tackle,
Right.
that
Where is that
excess
tackle?
aggression that's shown, that's always where the fight starts. I've seen it happen even in the college level where these guys play. It's that moment when they just push the Raider off after getting that tackle, etc. That's where the problem starts, and that's where these players need to gain that maturity. And take a look at this combination. Very nicely executed, and
Right
Brajpal
out.
is not having his day
1
today.
point, Nilgiri
Wow,
Knights.
just amazing again from Santosh Srinivasan, and Brijpal Singh is not knowing what to do. And this is been the trademark of Santosh Srinivasan. He tries to go back. He actually gives a little bit of a hint to the Raider saying, listen, I'm going back. And when the Raider goes to attack, small pause and an ankle hold. That's it, a thigh hold. Wow, he's done that for the second occasion in this match. A very, very good skill. So anytime a Raider or a defender, if he's pausing for a small second, there is danger lurking, and a lovely toe touch by Marimuthu Selvam on Dev Gurjar right cover. He has to go back.
Red eye shade.
Ryan, you know what?
1 point,
I'm not against
Nilgiri Knights.
aggression.
Jersey number
Even I'm
7
an
out.
aggressive sportsman. I've been very, very aggressive on the ground. And, you know, my own teammates have sometimes hated me saying, come on, you're the captain, you need to be cool and all that. Because, see,
Right.
you're playing for your life. It's not just about for your team. You're not just playing for, of course, for any, you know, franchise or anything. First, you're playing for your country. You're playing for yourself. You're playing for your life. I'm okay with the aggression. But you need to be very big-hearted in receiving the aggression from the opposition, isn't it? You show the aggression, which is okay, which is completely okay with me. Example, Prem Badu. When the aggression comes from the opposition, take it. Take it in your stride. Is that what is wrong?
Yeah, that's a fair point. You give something, you should be ready to take it back as well. As Sundara Vishwa Kannan here looking to get a point. No, he will not, because they've inflicted the pressure right back on the Aravalli Arrows. And we should know this is not like the usual Yuva Kabaddi series where we have 20 minutes, we have 15 minutes. So the clock will strike down to zero a lot faster, which means you can't let a team take a big lead. And that's what the Aravalli Arrows have to do now. They should ensure that the Nilgiri Knights don't get too far away. But the question is, can they do it? Can they do it against a side like Nilgiri Knights that's so good at holding a lead?
I really doubt of what can that situation lead them into.
Official timeout.
I think 2 minutes of Rajesh Gurjar is over. Probably he can come back is what it will be given in as. No, he's not yet coming back. The penalty of 2 minutes for Rajesh Gurjar, I think, might be over, or still is it going on? I don't see him. Yeah, he's gone. He's come back. Rajesh Gurjar has come back there. We can see him at the corner of the screen. And what is Rajendra Baka trying to explain his defenders and Raiders as well? Yeah, Rajesh Gurjar is back. Right, 2 minutes of suspension. You know why? Just to probably take a breather, sip a bit of water, cool your nerves down, cool your brains down, get into the strategy thinking. That's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And we've seen this in a lot of other sports as well. It's there in hockey, it's there in handball. I've been sent out for 2 minutes while playing handball as well. So it's often a good thing. Like you said, it cools the player down. It helps them put themselves in the surroundings, you know, so that they realize, you know, they're outside, they can calm down and get back and continue with the game. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. The game's going to continue with 8 minutes, 22 seconds remaining. The Nilgiri Knights resting on a 6-point lead.
I understand. Ryan, you know what? I thought you were a very good basketball player which has a lot of aggression. Handball? Aggression? Why? It's such a nice and easy game. Why were you aggressive in a handball match?
Well, if you realize handball involves a lot of aggression because you're allowed to use your body and stop the player while they're charging at you or while they're charging at the goal.
Right.
So there is a lot of aggression that can come out in a sport like that, especially when you hold a player. As we have a do-or-die raid, courtesy of Jaswant Yadav, he will look to get his scoring going from this raid. But the Nilgiri Knights defense will look to get a point because the Aravalli Arrows have gotten just 1 point so far in the second half. It's looking tough for Jaswant Yadav because he's struggling all throughout. He's not able to get the touch point. He's not able to maintain his balance. Can he get through this time? Yes, he can. Just one Yadav getting his first point. He's asking for 2. Let's see what happens.
Aravalli Arrows.
No,
Jersey
only
number
1 point.
88 out.
Whatever the Periyar Panthers today cry for, that has gone for them in their previous match. But now the
Time
Aravalli
out.
Arrows
Aravalli Arrows.
are, I think, just going ahead with a lot of crying. That's what is happening there. Why was that? Yeah, you claim for 2. If you get it, take it. That's fine. You know, you can't influence the decision. And that was only the right corner. Santosh Srinivasan who's going off. Yeah, there. Look at that.
He touched both his legs, and I think that's why he was confused.
Yeah, let's listen to the coach.
ठीक है डिफेंस रोक के वो कैच मारनी है थर्ड कैच मारनी है
Okay. He says to Ankit Jat that this is a do or die raid, and Ankit Jat catch marni hai, but kab kahan, that they'll have to figure out themselves. Yeah, because now Mari Muthuselvam will not even go near Ankit Jat. Rajendra Bhakar and also Prem Badu will be in contention if he is running behind him. Very, very interesting and very important as well for Mari Muthuselvam. He needs to rush. He needs to go for it on that right cover, on that right corner. Time running away. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. And Ankit Jat should have just let it go.
Get up.
I
Jersey number
can completely feel what Rajesh Gurjar is saying.
2. Rider shape, 1 point. Nilgiri Knights. Jersey number 3 out.
Ryan Rajesh just said, tackle karni
Strategic
hai,
timeout.
lekin kab kahan? Why did you do that? Rajendra Bhakar jumping over the defender, that was good. Because that just saved another point, but in a do or die raid, giving away a point. Right.
रोना मत
Huh? Someone's crying, really? I thought I was joking, saying the Aravalli Arrows are crying for every point. Rajesh Gurjar says, Rona mat.
डिफेंस रोक लो यार ये दोनों राइट वाले दोनों यार एक के बाप एक हैं वो रुकेगा तो वो दे दे सुने कोना रुकता कवर दे देता कवर रुकता कोना दे देता रोक के खिलाओ ना यार
Yeah, very true.
ब्रिजपाल
தப்பு செய்யக்கூடாது சூர்யா அப்புறம் வெளியே எடுத்து விட்டுருவேன் எத்தனை தப்பு செஞ்சு போறீங்க சாரின்றீங்க சாரி சொன்னா பாயிண்ட் வந்துருமா உங்க 2 பத்தியும் சொல்றேன் ஒரு தடவை தான் சொல்ல முடியும் கண்ட்ரோலா நிக்கணும் ஓயாமலாம் சொல்ல முடியாது நிறைய பேர் ஆட ரெடியா இருக்கேன் புரியுதாடா இந்த அஃபென்ஸ் ரொம்ப கண்ட்ரோலா அடிக்கணும்
My God, that's very strong words from the coach. He says, Mathi utruven. Where aalanga tayara irukanga aadradhukku. That shows the bench is ready. And very good by Deva as well, because he is also a Tamilian. He understood what Karnan said and immediately cut to the bench. That's very, very good direction skills by our PCR director Deva. So what Karnan said was, if you're not playing well, I'll substitute you off. And today Brijpal Singh definitely needs somebody else for his support.
Nilgiri Knights.
Santosh Srinivasan and Velavan Muruganandan. Both the corners have been deadly against all the Raiders today.
Indeed, and one thing I've noticed, whenever you go after a timeout or after a halftime situation, every time the Nilgiri Knights have listened to their coach and gone in, it's always been executed the right way. So Karnan sir is definitely a strategist, as the Nilgiri Knights here rest on a 7-point lead. They will happily take their time in every raid, as 6 raid points for him already. He might keep the Super 10 in mind, but I'm sure the victory is what he has in mind, because that's more important, and he will kill the clock and go back.
Yeah, very much. And I'll tell you what, they are on 31 compared to Palani Tuskers' 35 on the points table. And if possible, if we can get that mini points table across on the corner, that'd be really nice for a comparison. Because if Nilgiri Knights win this match, they go on top of the points table. That is very nice to be there, always on the top. Mari Muthuselvam also probably will put in an empty raid. That's what the captain will be thinking. Yeah, because he's got that massive lead. He has time to correct his knee bandage. I think we have time to fire that mini points table at the corner of our screens whenever it's ready. It's interesting because Nilgiri Knights are fighting for that top slot always against the Panani Tuskers.
Rightly said, and Aravalli Arrows here trying to get back into this game. I had said that the last 5 minutes is going to be where the decision is going to take place, as we have the points table here, Naveen.
Yeah, very much. See, if they get 5 points out of this match, Nilgiri Knights get 36. So that means they are going on top of the points table. And just recently, Ryan, just because of the previous match's victory, Palin Tuskers went on top, and that is not going to be there for a long time. Right, that is what the game is all about here in the summer edition of the Yuva Kabaddi series. Do or die raid. Rajendra Bhakar wanting to go for a dash from the cover position. Does not target the midriff of the raider. And wonderful work. Really good work to go out there in a do or die raid. Get that point. See, no attack on the midriff.
Oh yes, Rajendra Bhakar there. You could see him disappointed there, and we love this situation. Back-to-back do-or-die raids always makes the game interesting, and Jaswant Yadav has the onus to try and do what was done in the previous raid. That is get a point. This time, he's taken the defender out, but it will be 1 point each.
Manigandan Sudalamani goes off with Jaswant. And Karnan is not happy. Karnan is really not happy with that. I understand why, because Manigandan Sudalamani was coming in with so much force behind him. There was a nice hand touch by Jaswant on that right in defender. And then Sudalamani had all the problems in the world. It's going off. So under 3 minutes. I think Nilgiri Knights have probably pocketed this. Again, I don't see Harshit here, Ryan. Again, I don't see him. He exactly came to the commentary box and inside the arena when Nilgiri Knights were leading. Now he's missing. Can we go back and put that hashtag once again? Find Harshit.
Indeed, we don't have to be so harsh on Harshit. Naveen has.
Am I?
Time out.
No, I'm
Nilgiri
such a
Knights.
good boy. Am I harsh? No. Slight grin on my face. Harshit is back.
8 லீடிங் நிற்கிறான். இப்படியே நம்ம தேர்ந்து ஆடுவோம், மெதுவாக ஆட. உன்னை எதுக்கு அனுப்புன்னு சொன்னா லெஃப்ட் கார்னர் வந்தான்னு நிற்கிறேன். அந்த வேட்டி தொட வேண்டியதானே. அப்புறம் சூரியனை பட்டு உன்னி அனுப்பியிருக்கு. இல்லை அவனை ஆனந்து பண்ணிக்கலாம்ல. சரி பரவாயில்ல. இப்போ தேர்ந்து ஆடிக்கிடுவான். நீ
अब वो उसको लेके जाना था टाइम, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, जा टच करके आओ, सुपर टैकल बनाना है, इधर वो खड़ा होगा अंकित। यार भाकर क्या करने लग रहा है यार।
Oh God. Rajesh Gurjar is not happy with Rajendra Bhakar. He's asking Prem Badu, what is he doing? Come on. And you know what Karnan said? He said that left corner is ready to attack you. Try and not go there. Try and not go towards Prem Badu. That's what Karnan said. And exactly the same thing what Marimuthu Selvam is doing. He's not going to attack him. He's going towards the right corner. I love the way these lads listen to their coach. I love the way they completely agree to whatever the coach says. To the T.
Yeah, and that shows why they are second in the points table and deemed to be table toppers at the end of this day, because they will go up, and now it's a do-or-die raid, which means Surya Selvam will have to go in for the point. Will it be a do-or-die raid or will it be the super tackle for Aravalli Arrows? That's something they've gotten in a couple of instances, but they haven't been able to inflict such moments in the second half. And take a look at that. Surya doing it with authority
1
there.
point. Nilgiri Knights.
And you know what Karnan said? Prem Badu will come and attack you, but not Dev Gurjar. But when Dev Gurjar comes in, turn the pages away. That is what is a very, very good skill. If a cover defender is coming to dash you, if you can flip it around like a toy or a page of a book, you can escape. Now pressure on Navpreet Singh. Do or die raid. And the cover defense, hang on. Both the Manigandan, there's the Sulamani and the Nesamani. They will have to play a little more back. No! I was telling about the same thing. Manigandan Nesamani playing a high line defense. 2 points for Navpreet Singh.
66 out.
Oh yes, 2 big points for him there. Take a look at that. First try the kick, and second time the dash not successful enough. And now Preet ensured he put his hand across at the right time. So that is like the 3rd or 4th instance in this game where we have back-to-back do-or-die raids, and that does up the intensity. And take a look at this, amping up the intensity. Could this be a couple of points for Sundaram Vishwa? It should be a couple of points. Oh wow, just take a look at this, Naveen.
Ryan, we know in cricket something called wrong-footed bowling. What was this? This is wrong-footed action of what? Trying to be acrobatic for the cameras? No. You will not get any grip on the Raiders' leg with such things.
Nilgiri Knights, please come here.
I didn't understand what Navpreet Singh was trying to do. First of all, as a Raider, when he had got that wonderful kick on that strong left corner, Velavan Muruganandan, when he came for the ankle hold, he kicked him. He got a point. What was he trying to do in the tackle? As there's another substitution that's happening. Elumalai Murthy finds his place back once again. But today, Brijpal Singh has been a big letdown. for the Aravalli Arrows. And he still continues to be a letdown. Only
Right
one
out.
rate point,
1
Ryan.
point.
Can you beat
Nilgiri
this?
Knights.
For Brijpal Singh, just one rate point for him.
Oh,
Jersey number 88.
that just shows as to how reliant they are on him. Whenever Brijpal
Jersey
puts up
number
good
88.
performances,
Red
Aravalli
gold.
Arrows are always
Green card.
in a better position.
No negative.
And we can take a look at the score right now and know that they
Right.
are in no good of a position, because 10 points is a big difference in the game of Kabaddi. And the 10 points will become 13 because 3 more points will be added
Close
to
to 3
the
points.
account of
Nilgiri
Nilgiri Knights. And it's 30-13 right
Aravalli
now.
Arrows all out.
That's it. It's a sliding victory for the Nilgiri Knights. 2 all-outs inflicted. With all that was happening, and Ankit Jat in that last surrender raid, you saw his attitude and aggression as well.
Substitution,
He was also
Aravalli
not
Arrows.
happy with something. And there is a line of substitutions that's happening. Kanaram Bana comes in. Rajendra
number
Bakar taken out.
10
Rajesh
in,
Gurjar not
2
happy
out.
with him. And I think even there will be Praveen
4
Kumar coming in
7 out.
in place of Dev Gurjar. Yeah, that is what it is. Complete substitution. And
Nilgiri
even
Knights.
Karnan wants to give the bench
Jersey number
the all-important
1 in, 17
practice
now.
on the mat.
Please come, please come.
As Ajay
71
Ananda comes
in,
in with a red
77
headband
out.
on. Surya Selvam goes out. And
Right.
Marimuthu Selvam has given
Aravalli.
his place for Kesavan Raja. Ryan,
Yes,
you're still
into
running
the
that
last
hashtag.
35.
Find Harshit, because Harshit said Aravalli Arrows will win this.
Yeah, I was just going to check if the hashtag was trending, and I'm sure it was almost going to trend. But we found Harshit in between, and he went off. So that was the deadlock
Finish it.
breaking over there.
1 point.
And breaking
Nilgiri
is
Knights.
what's happened to the
Number
Aravalli Arrows,
77
because
now.
they've scored just 5 points in the second half. It's 5 points to the Nilgiri Knights getting 23 to 5 in the second half. You cannot expect to perform well like that, can you, Naveen?
That was a very good hand touch. And thankfully, Prem Badu did not complain of saying the raider hit me hard.
Oh, it's definitely
Let
going
us
to
check.
hit them hard
1
because
point,
they
Aravalli Arrows.
lost
Jersey number 1
completely.
now.
But they will get 1 more point to reduce the deficit. And I think it should be 13 points at the end of this game, because the next raid, I don't see
Right.
points coming out of it unless it's a do-or-die raid.
Yeah, with the headband on, it's nice to see Ajay Ananda Krishna showing some style statement. And I think it might be lucky as well, because there are few superstition practices for lucky. And yes, he has been lucky.
2 points.
Once again, Prem Badu gives away a
Jersey
point.
number
2
8,
points for Ajay
77
Ananda
out.
Krishna. I don't know if he is just having the hairband to cover his long locks, or it's a lucky sign. Ryan, what do you
Match
guess?
over.
Oh, well, I reckon it's a little bit of both. You know, you have the long hair, you want to put that to ensure it doesn't fall on your forehead. However, a big win for the Nilgiri Knights today by 15 points. They claim victory and they also claim the top spot. Naveen?
Yeah, big. It's a massive victory, Ryan. 33, and from where? 8 points only in the first half. So, I am not very good at mathematics, but I'm sure, Ryan, you are. 33
25.
minus 8. That is 25
25.
points in the second half. Can you believe this? 25 points taken away. 2 all-outs been inflicted. And Aravalli Arrows, they really lack that venom in their arrows today.
Especially in the second half, that's what happened. As we take a look at the highlights, a lot of talking points in the second half, including a few all-outs. A couple of for the Nilgiri Knights, not many for the Aravalli Arrows, Naveen.
And I'm really impressed with the both cover defense of the Aravalli Arrows. They've been really good. Sundar Vishwakandan, of course, for his 9 rate points, might get it all. But do not forget, Santosh Shivan on that right corner was very, very good there. He goes for the ankle holds. He goes for the double thigh holds. He runs behind, then pauses a little while, then comes very soon, very quickly to surprise the raider. And he's done it all. As 4 tackle points for him, he becomes the best defender. Much deserving. Much deserving. And look at that, 19 rate points in return with only 8. Brijpal Singh was completely outdone and dusted with those wonderful tackle points. Especially started off with, of course, Velavan Muruganandam, and that is how the Aravalli Arrows tried to go ahead and target him out. But nevertheless, Santosh Srinivasan also coming in with a lot of support. He also went in and blocked all those right raiders. That's very good. Generally, a right corner defender does not get those right raiders attacked. But today, Santosh Srinivasan has done very nicely for his best defender title.
Indeed, and the best raider of this game is Sundara Vishwakannan. We saw him put out a big performance today. 13 raids in total, 10 raid points and a good raid strike rate, 76%. That's way higher than his average, and he's definitely adding on to that.
Marvelous, just marvelous. A team spirit that went on to just make a big comeback. First half, deficit of 4 points, and then coming into the second half, 25 points. That's because some wonderful scintillating action from that right corner defense of Santosh Srinivasan. Yeah, and no, Palani Tuskers are still on top. Ryan, you know why? Points per match. Watch that. Palani Tuskers have played one match lesser, and also the points per match has led the Palani Tuskers to be on top. Nilgiri Knights, even by getting all those points of this match, they cannot go on top of the points table. Did we even think about this? I was thinking Nilgiri Knights will go away with the points and reach that top of the points table. Never to be. Never ever to be. But the next match is at 8 p.m. That's coming up in just, I think, 12 minutes from here on in. Chambal Challengers versus the Kaziranga Rhinos. Two struggling teams. Chambal Challengers have lost 6 to 7 games in contention in consecutive formats.